Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. I have some really fun and exciting news to share with you. I can't believe it. You know, the plans for this particular situation have already started, and it almost feels like unreal. I will leave you in suspense no longer. So you guys know my good friend Julie. I was in New York with her. She was on below deck. When I go to Palm Springs, I'm usually meeting up with her, hanging out with her. Anyway, you guys have seen her on my channel quite a few times. Well, she is a very good client of Prada's, and it's something that we've bonded over. It's something that we have in common, our love of Prada. And she got invited to the Prada runway show in September. And she has a +1, and she asked me to go along with her. I still can't believe it. I have chills. I have chills running up and down my back right now, up and down my arms. Every time I think about it, if I think about it too long, I'm like, how is this my life? Like it's one thing to be invited as an influencer, which would be absolutely amazing. I mean, that would be such a validation for like the work that you do or whatever, the content that you put out there. I don't expect to do that. I do fashion content, mostly on Instagram, a little bit here, as you guys have seen, but that's like a whole different thing. That's work, that's work. You're expected to do certain things. You're given the outfit to wear. Like I said, I think that would be amazing. So this situation is completely different because I'm going as a +1. I mean, I'm not even the person. I'm going as a +1 with a VIP client. And so, I just want to make that clear because I'm not being compensated for this, for anything. All the content that I make is just for me, for you guys, for the channel, for fun. And yeah, it's so exciting. Sorry, I'm like trying to find my words. It's so exciting. And when Julie asked me or just said to me, like, this is what's happening basically, because who would say no to that? I was tearing up. I was just, so overwhelmed. And she said, she's like, I've never seen you like this. And I'm like, well, nothing like this has ever happened to me. So anyway, I am thrilled. And to top it all off, this trip to Milan, where the Prada runway show is not the actual show, but like the whole trip is over my birthday. I'll be turning 51. I just could not be more excited. And just to give you like a teensy bit of my background. So when I was in college, I went to NYU. I wanted to go to Parsons for fashion design. My parents were like, absolutely not. So I was like, okay. So went to NYU for business, but I still wanted to be in fashion. I wanted to be involved in fashion somehow. And I actually met a very good friend of mine to this day. Oh my gosh, I'm going off on a tangent, but we actually met in high school for like a summer. We went to a summer school situation together. And then at NYU, we were like, you look familiar. And anyway, she's still a good friend of mine, one of my best friends to this day, but she is very involved in fashion. She's like way up there, and she was working in fashion at the time. She always knew that that's what she wanted to do. Anyway, because of that relationship and what we both wanted to do, like she was definitely more on the business side, I was more on the design side, but I was able to, and I had access to some runway shows in New York. So this isn't going to be the absolute first runway show I've ever been to, but I've never been to one in my adult years where I could truly appreciate it because I was such a kid. I was such a kid back then. And I actually, helped my friend, work a runway show. And this is when all of the New York fashion shows were in Bryant Park. All of them were under that, one big tent. And I think they extended it so there were like multiple tents. It's like, oh my God. And now it's like completely different. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but all of that to say is I kind of know what goes on at a fashion show obviously not the scale of a Prada show. And like I said, I haven't been to one in so long. There's such spectacles now where they used to be just like, okay, like what's the song they're using? Like that was it. That was like the big highlight. So there's such big spectacles now. I cannot wait to see. But the most exciting part about being involved in all of this is not the show, it's the Risi. So after the show, if you've been invited either as like a buyer or as a VIP client, there is like a showroom situation where you go after the show. It's usually like the next day or the day after or whatever, and it's called the Risi, and it's when you can actually see the clothing up close. Because when it's on the runway, you can't get a sense of it. You can't get a sense of the material, what it's made out of. The lighting sometimes can be really crazy. And so the Risi is so important because you actually get to see up close a lot of the pieces. So that's what I'm most excited for. I mean, of course, the show, incredible, right? It's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I can't wait, but I'm really excited for the Risi because, you guys know, and if you don't know this about me, I'm really into fabrics and like the touch and the feel of things, the construction of things. It's what I did sort of like kind of before I did YouTube. I was a knitwear designer, and I'm just like kind of a nerd when it comes to that. Like I just really love interesting stitches, or like if a piece has like top stitching in it, I'm like, what kind of thread did they use? Is it waxed? Like I'm just really, really into like the little details of things. And so I'm really excited for that aspect of it. And so like I said, like the planning of this has kind of been in the works for a couple of weeks now. And of course, Julie and I talked about it while we were in New York together. I'm just so excited. So excited. We're actually going to be spending a few days in Lake Como before we go to Milan and like dive right into all of the craziness. So I'm really, really excited for that. When I went to Milan last year with my friends Sarah and Caitlin, we wanted to go to Lake Como. We met up with Luna. I'll be seeing Luna again in Milan. I can't wait. We met up with Luna and we were going to go to Lake Como because it's about an hour, I think, outside of Milan. About an hour drive. And I think the day we were going to be in Milan, it was raining there. And so Luna suggested we do something else. And that's when we went to the Armani Hotel and had those massages, which, oh my God, I still think back on that massage. That whole experience, that whole Armani experience, it's what had me fall in love with that one fragrance. Of course, I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to flash it up here. You guys know what I'm talking about. It smells like incense. It smells like an old church, like whetstones. I know the description of it does not sound good, but it is the most unique fragrance. And every time I close my eyes and I smell that, I think about that hotel and that spa experience and the time that I had there, which was incredible. And that was my first time meeting Luna in person. Anyway, I have such fond memories of Milan, even though I was only there for like, I think it was 2 nights. So maybe 2 full days, but it was like an evening, a full day, and then a morning, and then we left and we went to London. Anyway, I'm really going off on a tangent because I'm just so like excited. So today we are going to the Prada store at Crystal's. We're going to be working with my girl, Gabby. You guys have seen Gabby on many of my vlogs. Every time I go to Prada, she's there helping. And, usually I kind of vlog a little bit when I'm trying stuff on or whatever. And I asked her, I was like, would it be okay if I actually like included you in the vlog? Because what I have to do is put some outfits together. I have to actually share with Julie's client advisor what I'm going to be wearing to the show. They have to have it look a certain way. Hopefully it'll get approved. But, it's only, actually when you're seeing this, it's August, but when I'm filming, it's only July. But I'm going to be away for a lot of August. And then when I come back from all of those travels, which I've talked about briefly before, but I'm going to, whatever, we'll talk about that in another vlog. When I come back from all those travels, I have about a week and then I leave for Milan. So I need to get things squared away, especially if things need to be tailored, fitted and all that kind of stuff. That needs to happen. I'm really, really excited. You guys can probably tell. I don't think I've been like this animated and spoken this quickly in a long time, but I mean, this is incredible. For Julie to have gotten invited, for her to ask me to go, like, I still cannot believe it. I'm like, are you sure? Me? And then over my birthday, my 51st birthday, my God, I can't believe it. Oh, let me show you what I am wearing. I've got my Prada t-shirt on, the one that I got in the Rome airport. And then I've got my Cause culottes on. And then I have my Prada double strap, like padded Napa leather sandals on. I have zero makeup on. I threw my hair back because I'm just gonna be trying on clothing and I don't want to put makeup on if I'm gonna be trying on clothing. And I wanted something really easy to just like take on and take off or whatever. So this is what I came up with. I have a garment bag back there hanging of stuff, of Prada stuff that maybe we can use to like style up. I even have something that does actually need to be tailored. So I got that gray wool pleated skirt from Prada a long time ago. I got it for the Shiseido event in New York, and you know, I've lost weight and it's too big on me now. So that needs to be tailored because that's actually a good piece to bring. But I'm thinking I probably need like 3 solid outfits I need one for the show and then obviously for other events. So I'll feel comfortable if I can find like 3 solid outfits, and then, you know, do I need shoes? Maybe, whatever. I do want to look up to date because I do have a lot of Prada stuff, as you guys know, but I definitely want something from like their pre-fall collection or whatever. So I'm gonna make myself some lunch and then let's head on out to the strip and do a little Prada shopping. These are fun. Do you like?
I do, yes. They're fall winter 24.
They're new, right?
Mm-hmm. And they finally came back in women's, and the triangles are the same as the bags.
Love that. Well, that's tonal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, those are chonky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like these
Yeah, so it's kind of
wingtips
like a
though.
throwback to the 2011 show.
Should we try these? Okay.
Interesting.
God, look at that. 2 soles, a double stacked sole, brown and black. That is so interesting.
This might be a good travel option.
Yeah. It's just comfy.
You look great with your outfit right now.
That's the limited color that I told you about.
Oh, that taupey gray. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys.
And then this with the cocoa belt.
Oh my God. That's pretty. Why do you think they did this?
The color, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So initially, when they first launched them, there was this color and like a winey red.
Yeah.
And those two never resurfaced again until now.
Ah.
There's the large, the medium, and the baby.
And everyone's getting the large, aren't they? Because this isn't online at all.
Yeah.
On Prada.com.
They took it It's the most practical for what the bag is.
Yeah.
For a work bag, just it will fit the most. And unlike other really big bags, this one is quite lightweight for how big it is. So people actually prefer it for a work bag.
And I remember we were talking about this in comparison to the Row Margot bag, and people were talking about how heavy that bag is.
Yeah.
And how this one is lighter.
We hear it a lot.
Okay.
To grab it.
My God, look at all this gorgeousness. And then these are some of the bags that we pulled. I love this bag. All right, so we were just talking about the varsity jacket, which is new for fall, and we were kind of debating between the light color and the navy. What do you think? I personally like the lighter color.
I think the lighter color is very fashionable.
Yeah.
We think this is going to be the hottest trend. Bombers are going to be the thing
Huge.
for fall winter.
Yeah.
I think because they're so new, influencers haven't picked up on them yet, and they're not seen all over social media. But once they get blown up, they'll be nowhere to be found because they're very limited production.
I feel like also this is such a K-pop phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I see a lot of the K-pop stars wearing these varsity jackets. I'm seeing Pharrell kind of making them a little bit more popular again.
I think that they're going crazy in Japan over them right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the white because, dark color with the contrast, I feel like it's more done.
Yeah.
Where the lighter color, it's a little more unique.
Yeah, and I think it pops more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait to try that on.
1913.
Yay.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Okay. So this is the size 40. Which definitely fits. I think it just depends on how oversized I want it. So this is a 36. That other one was a 40. I don't know. I feel like it should be a little baggier. Gabby, do you think we could try a 38?
Yeah, let me
Okay.
try it.
Okay. Because this fits almost like a shirt, and I think I wanted just a little
bit.
a little more room. Okay, so this is a size 38 in the navy. I do like the 38. Yeah. And I mean, it looks like a jacket.
The feel of it because it's kind of like loungy and soft.
So I also asked Gabby to pull this knitwear piece that I really, really love. So this is the cashmere version of it. But as you guys know, I'm like terrified of being too hot. So there's a shorter version of this, but in cotton. And Gabby's actually pulling that for me right now. But isn't this fun? Wouldn't this look so great over like a typical Prada, kind of like pleated skirt of some sort? I'm just gonna take a spin around the floor. That's cute. I thought this was a shirt. It's a skirt. Love this color, this rust color. This is like this. And then they also have the varsity look in these cardigans. So this skirt is the one that I'm getting altered. It's just a little too big. All right, we're starting. Got some socks. Yep.
Try this on too.
Okay.
It's a blue, because it's got white in it.
Okay.
Just as an optional
Okay.
layering piece, because we're the same color family.
What an interesting fabric.
It's a Pkwy,
Ah.
not a woven. So
Yeah.
it's a jersey.
Yeah.
And you love knits. So.
I do. Okay.
So this might
and
be
it gives it that retro feel.
And it breathes nicely. But it's got texture.
Yeah.
Plus a pattern. So that might work too.
Okay. Okay, so just playing around. I needed to put the skirt on for the seamstress, but loving this chambray shirt. These shoes. Oh my God, I love it. With these socks. So cute. Wait, did I make show you guys the socks? I don't think I did. It's got this fun eyelet pattern in there, which is actually a hand knitwear favorite, this pattern. So cute. Sorry, the lighting in here is very shadowy, but I like this idea. I don't think this skirt is my favorite for this idea. We have some nylon skirts that I think may be cute, but we'll see. I have huge calves, so I don't usually.
No, it's, and the skirt is. I'm waiting for you to bring pins. Because that's a whole pleat out, which is the best way to alter a pleated skirt because you're not losing any of the structure.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I don't know if I like this skirt with this and that. I think I'd want maybe the nylon and maybe one that's more like flat
volume.
Yeah. Maybe a little more volume.
Okay, this is easy. I don't need pins because it's just one pleat out.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, volume and it's bigger, so it'll move more.
Yeah, let's try it.
Kind of be more poofy.
Okay. Okay, we had a whole long discussion out there about how this looks too flat in terms of finish-wise. The cotton, the wool, the socks, like everything. So I'm trying on a fuller skirt that's shinier. So this is, the Prada nylon. Oh, and Gabby is bringing me different socks. Okay,
there you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's crazy socks.
This is a size 40 skirt. It's too small. Oh God, I can't. I'm gonna have to see if they have a 42. You guys, look at what the fabulous team here did. They just put a regular Prada belt on here, but in a contrasting color. Look how much cuter that is, because I liked the white, but I was like, it's kind of bland. And it comes with a white belt, one that matches. But I love this contrasting brown. And then you could switch it up and put a black one on there or whatever. Oh, I like that. I'm like so in love with this bag now. Because I was thinking about getting this in the black with the grommets, but this I think is really fresh looking. Okay, here is the 42. It is snug, you guys. It is really snug in the waist, but it's got a button fly right up the center. It's so interesting, like a menswear detail. And then it's got this self-belting situation with the little Prada plaque there. And it's got pockets. Isn't that great? I feel like this is maybe a little dressier than what I wanted. Hold on. Let me see how it looks with just some straight up sandals. Because, I like to dress stuff up and dress it down if I can. Oh, I think that looks okay, right? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Sound off down below. Okay, now here is a nylon kilt style. I am loving these kilt style skirts. If you guys saw my last vlog where I showed that Sakai olive green one with the flight jacket details, it's similar to this, but this is more, well, it's black. It's a little bit more streamlined. And I like this little Prada logo here. It's cute. So it's so swishy. Okay, I really love the color of the skirt. I love the idea of the skirt. It's elastic waisted, and it won't behave though. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be perfectly pleated, but it just looks messy. All right, let's see what Gabby says. What's going on with this material? It looks like it's supposed to be pleated, and then it's just not.
We can steam it if you'd like, because we get pajamas that are folded with like a crease.
Okay.
We can steam out. We can steam it up here.
Okay, we totally nixed this. Like Jason was saying, we could steam this out, but I'm afraid if I'm going to travel with this, I think it's meant to be like this, but I think it looks terrible on me. Okay, and here's the kilt in a 36. So I had the 40 on, and it was slung just a little bit too low, and they didn't have a 38, but this seems to be running large. So this is actually sitting at my waist, and I think it's okay. Like, that was the problem I had with the Sakai, that if it wasn't sitting low, the pleats were doing something weird, but this actually, I think this actually works. And here it is with a knitted tee. It's super thin. That makes me a little bit nervous. There's just a little Prada intarsia there. So super sleek. I like the lines. I think I don't know if I like it that see-through. Okay, we're doing a t-shirt with the kilt. This was my idea, because I think this is definitely more my style than the black tee. That little knitted tee, as you know, as sleek, I love that look. It's super sleek. It's just too thin. I'm not comfortable. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with like see-through stuff. I kind of like this. Okay.
And you can take the jacket off if you need to and still be comfortable, and you're not dying because it's hot. I think we got a winner. Looks good.
Okay.
There we go.
One outfit down.
I think it looks really good. Gabs, this looks really good with the brown. We threw the varsity jacket on top. This is the favorite part of my job.
Okay. Yeah, we're loving this.
Yes, this looks really good, Michelle. The color looks good on your skin.
All right, we're gonna try it with this fabric. What do we think?
I like.
And if this to give you the ivory, right? Because the color.
Bigger shoulders. Yeah, just like that.
Yep, there you go. Cool.
Okay. And all of the stuff I would wear
over and over.
Over and over
You
again.
can just deconstruct and reconstruct this all the time in your closets. That's awesome.
Just thought we'd try on a pair of these wool, these herringbone? No, they're just like a pinstripe. So the pinstripe is blue over this gray, and this belt is super long. It's meant to be knotted. The pants are super long, and I'm trying them on with these slip-on like dress shoes, which are really comfy actually. And then this spread collar shirt. There's like a little, very subtle little Prada embroidered right there that you can't even see.
Try on with the brown from earlier too. The loafer. That would be kind of looks like a sharper brown.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That might work too.
Yeah.
I just think texture because of the suede.
What do you think of the sweater?
I don't like that it's tight down here
Oh, the band at the bottom.
because it has an outerwear look. So I'd want it to just sort of hang
Yeah.
more than like a sweater would.
It should be fun.
Just unbutton it. Would that help? Maybe just unbuttoning the bottom?
Yeah. If you were to wear it for the Lucy,
Yeah.
only button the top button so it's open.
Okay.
You can kind of see the T and the jean situation.
Okay.
Too minimal, just in a camel.
Okay, I'm just trying on these pants. It's not for this cardigan, but it's this really beautiful like golden olive color, elastic waisted. Are these, I don't know what material this is, but they're so soft. There's a little pocket down there. And then back pockets. Oh my God, it's so long. They are so long. Oof. Oh, I love these pants though. I may have to find a top for these pants. Okay, basically trying on this color with these pants. And the mannequin had it with this chambray shirt underneath, but I think it looks a little sloppy. I may have to tuck it in. Let me tuck it in. Okay, here it is tucked in. I don't know. I like the colors together. I'm not sure if I like the style. I think this t-shirt is a little too sloppy for these pants. Okay, here it is. This is actually a men's sweater, but it's nice and fine. And I do like these colors together. And I wish it would lay better over this shirt, but like you can see every crinkle of the shirt underneath, and I've been trying to strain it out for minutes now, and it just, yeah, like nothing helps. So maybe I could wear it over another t-shirt or something, because I think it's too thin to wear on its own. Sorry, I think it's too thin to wear on its own. I'll have to keep playing, but I think I like this combo. Here it is with a thicker version. This is a wool cashmere sweater. I like this look the most. I fear I'm gonna be too hot. I'm gonna be there in September, and it's not quite like guaranteed cooler weather. And I'm terrified of being too warm. I don't know, I may have to give up on these pants. I love them, but I can't seem to find anything to wear on top. Okay, now we're trying it with denim. We're really trying it all. Because again, I need something cooler. And this is, you know, it's denim, but at least it's cotton. I think this is too short. This particular silhouette is too short. Trying on this dress, because I still need to find something for a dinner in Milan, and also that wedding that I'm going to. I don't even think I told you guys, but those Zimmerman dresses that I tried on more than a month ago at this point, I returned them both. I just didn't really like either of them at the end of the day. I feel like I was forcing it, so I was like, forget it. So I just returned them both. So I'm still on the hunt for a dress for the wedding that I'm going to in August. And I thought, well, I have to get something kind of nice for this this whole Prada extravaganza. And so I thought I could get something for that, and it could double for the wedding. So I had that in mind when I thought I'd try on this dress. I just don't know if it's very me. It's a little short. It's like arm exposing, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I like the neck that has a high neck. I like this flouncy part. The pattern is really pretty. And it's navy, so it's not black, so it's a little different. Thank you so much. Yes. And I'm sorry, I missed the guard call. I was in the shower. Well, hello again. I left you at the Prada store because I was there for so long. I had to rush home, get dinner together, eat dinner, and then I relaxed. So here we are the next day. I did end up purchasing a lot of stuff at Prada. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen one of the outfits, and I have a little haul here to share with you. But they had to courier the stuff to me because I wasn't about to carry like all these bags out to my car. So that was very nice of them. And before I get into the haul and everything I purchased, I just have to say, there's something about, and it's not just Prada, but there's something about clothing that you have to experience, like you have to try on. So much of the clothing really comes alive, and so much of the clothing really cannot be appreciated just through pictures. And Prada is definitely one of those brands that I feel like you have to touch it, you have to play around with it. It may not be your style, but I think you would appreciate it a lot more. And of course, that, like I said, that goes for a lot of the more high-end luxury brands of clothing. There's so much clothing out there that's so surprising. Like you really, I think online shopping is easy, right? It really makes things easy, especially if you don't have a boutique near you. It's so convenient, especially when they have really generous like return policies. But I really feel like it's so hard to make a determination online. And I just wanted to say that was so much of my experience yesterday at Prada. I love Prada. I love the style of Prada and the overall aesthetic of Prada, but you really cannot appreciate like the quality of the clothing until I'm actually touching it, holding it, putting it on, you know, doing the whole thing, like the attention to detail and everything. It was just so much fun. It was just such a pleasure to like get in there and just play around with everything. I think I tried on every single piece that they had in the store in my size. And this is essentially a part one haul. I have some black dresses that they didn't have at my particular boutique. They had, you know, around the country at the Bellagio boutique. So they're gathering together a whole bunch of like black dresses that I found. And we had like the dinner in mind and also the wedding that I have to attend in Rhode Island, which happens to be black ties. So those will be coming. I'll definitely take you guys along for that try on as well. That'll be like a part two haul. And I did switch up a few things from when I was in store. So let me cut to the chase, show you what I purchased and kind of talk you through everything. So the first, don't mind my microphone. It scrunches up my whole sweater, but there's nowhere else to put it. Anyway, the first outfit I wanted to square away was the one that I'm actually going to wear to the fashion show. It's the one that I was most, you know, concerned about, the one that I wanted to put the most effort into, and the first one that I wanted to just sort of square away. So it's probably the one that I had the most footage of during my little try on portion at Prada. And I, you know, this is such an interesting piece for me because I never, ever would have guessed that I would fall in love with a varsity jacket. Never, ever. And I think, you know, when I was just sort of looking at this one and looking at all the different options that they had in store and thinking about it and thinking about what I wanted to wear to the show, et cetera, I did want something that was fairly up to date. I don't have a lot of like wonderful like vintage Prada pieces that I could wear. So I was like, okay, let me try and wear something that's more trendy then, something that's a little bit more current. And so this is part of their fall winter 24 collection. And varsity jackets are just something I have never really give a second thought to. Celine does them quite often. Pharrell obviously is a big fan of varsity jackets. I'm a big fan of Pharrell. And even that, I was like, okay, like it's great. There's something definitely very masculine about them, which is actually is appealing to me, which is not a con, it's a pro. There is something very masculine about them, which I really like, but they're so like dual gendered because I feel like you see a lot of women wearing varsity jackets and it's like this boy, like a nod to like a boyfriend shirt, your boyfriend's jacket, right? That's what we all wanted in high school, was to wear your boyfriend's like varsity jacket. It was like you guys were going out. You know, it's like a throwback to the 50s. And it is like a little bit kind of like on the preppy side. I don't mind a preppy look. It's not, you know, what I strive for every day, but I like preppy elements. And so it really is like curious to me that I was so drawn to this. And I think the main reason I was so drawn to this one is the material. And this goes back to what I was saying, that you really have to experience like clothing like firsthand because you just never really know. Now, if I had just looked at these jackets like online, I would have probably just scrolled right by them. But the first time I actually saw this jacket was in New York when I was at the Prada on Fifth Avenue with Julie. They had, you know, mannequins set up with the varsity jackets. And going back to what it is that caught my eye, which is this material, it is a kid mohair. So it is 60% mohair, 40% virgin wool. And then the lining is viscose and the edging, which is all of this, is cotton. I loved the idea that this was kid mohair because kid mohair is often used in coatings or suitings, things like that. So it's a very finely woven, like you could almost say like a wool suiting. And to make it as a varsity jacket, I just thought it was genius because varsity jackets generally have those heavy leather sleeves, right? The really traditional ones. They have the heavy leather sleeves and then they have like a wool felt body. So it's very heavy, it's very stiff, it's incredibly warm. There's not a lot of drape to it and I like, you know, I like a good drape to clothing, especially outerwear. And so when I saw that this was in kid mohair, I was like, oh my God, that's so good. That's so good. It really takes the stiffness out of it, which you could see on the mannequin. I was like, oh my God, that's so interesting. Now, Prada does have like an all leather version. I don't know if it's the men's or they do have a women's version. And I think the men's has like a cotton canvas version. These are all, again, heavier, stiffer, with a lot more body and a little bit more like a traditional varsity jacket. So I just, with that one design choice of changing up the fabric, I think you have like a really updated version of the varsity jacket. So I did end up getting the size 38. I think you saw me try on the size 40 first, and then the size 36, and then what they had on the floor was the 38 in the navy. So it does come in this color, this white color with black, or navy with this cream. And you know, I just like the cream. I think like the elements just pop out a little bit more, like the lettering and the 1913, which is the year Prada was founded, and the striping, you know, on the edging. The navy I think is really nice too. I think if you love navy, that's the one to go for. But I think this would work in my wardrobe like a little bit more. So I just love it. This is probably a little bit closer to like a baseball jacket that has that kind of like satin material to it. It's probably like a polyester when you see it. But I feel like the look and the feel of this material, of this jacket, is probably a little bit closer to like those baseball jackets. But I love it. It feels like fresh, it feels like youthful, it feels fun. And that's really what I wanted for the show. And above all else, I wanted to be comfortable. Because of course you could wear anything, but I'm like, I don't want to sit there in some like tight dress or something frilly or something that I'm gonna be like, you know, kind of like fussing with or whatever. I was like, definitely not. I wanna be comfortable. So we basically started with this piece and thought, okay, where could we go from here? And I always like what Prada does when they do like a more casual top or like just something simple, like knitwear or something, and then they pair it with something a little bit more tailored and a little bit more structured on the bottom. So I thought, why don't we go for some skirts? And so you saw me try on a whole bunch of skirts. There was one that was really tight, the one where I had to get like a larger size. It was just too flouncy. It was too ladylike for me. I don't like ladylike things. Like it was very like Audrey Hepburn, Kelly Grace. Like it really had that kind of, you know, pointy boob bra, you know, small waist, and then like flouncy skirt, kitten heel kind of feel to it, maybe wear like a neckerchief. That's not me. That is totally not me. So I passed on that one, and the one that I ended up getting is basically the one that looks like a kilt. And I was saying in the dressing room that it looks, or it has like feels of the green Sakai skirt that I got at Bergdorf. I'm like, okay, I'm on a kilt kick apparently. The high school that I went to, by the way, our mascot was the Highlander, so it makes sense. It's all coming full circle now. So this is the skirt that I ended up getting, and I'll flash up the footage from the dressing room again. But yeah, it has like traditional kilt details, like this big belt buckle. If there was two of them, that would probably be a little bit more traditional. If I like hang like a little fanny bag here, I forget what they call that little, I always called it the little purse, little hairy purse. I forgot what they call it. Anyway, I can hang like a little bum bag here in the front, really finish off that kilt look. And it is open, but there's a much bigger overlap than say the Sakai one that I have, where if I'm walking, I feel like my leg is gonna be exposed with the Sakai one. This one, I don't think so. I think this has enough overlap that I'll be fully covered. But it's really great silhouette. It's super straight, but because of the pleats, there's some movement. Again, I wanted to be comfortable. They had some skirts there that were straighter, but they look like, you know, they look like business skirts, like skirts that were meant to go with like a suit jacket that you would wear to work, et cetera. And I'm like, I don't, you know, that's not really my thing anymore. So I went with this, and surprisingly, because I started with the size 40, yeah, I started with the size 40 because you know, kilts are meant to be worn like a little bit lower on the hip. And so the 40 looked like that, like it was hanging pretty low. Great. And then Gabby, my sales associate there, she was like, let's try something smaller. So they looked for a 38, but they only had a 36. So I put the 36 on, and the 36 fits like right at my waist, but it still hung nicely. And she said that she liked the look better because it just looked a little bit sharper. And I agreed with her, especially considering the top, which I'll show you in a second, the top that I decided to get with this whole outfit. So I loved like this tailored, more structured look with this kind of like fun casual jacket. And then, as you saw, and I didn't vlog like every single thing, but I played around with a lot of different tops for this skirt underneath the jacket. And I had a few concerns. One, I didn't want to be too hot. So, sorry, my sweater keeps buckling. I didn't want to be too hot. So the idea of wearing like kind of like a turtleneck, kind of sweater underneath, I think that would look really cool, like a turtleneck popping out of that particular jacket, but I was like, I'm going to be too hot. And then, yeah, we were toying around with like knit ideas, and I was like, button down shirt ideas, which I could still, you know, pivot to if I wanted to. But I just really liked this t-shirt, this jersey t-shirt. The color really grabbed me. I mean, I love this family of color, as you guys can see. This is called Tobacco in the Prada world. And I just loved like the really subtle triangle. It's gonna peek out from the jacket. And this color with the black, I just thought was so fall. A little nod to like pumpkin spice and Halloween. Yeah, I just really liked it. I liked the look and feel of this with the kilt by itself. I thought it looked just really cool. I feel like the last thing I want to see and the last thing I want to give off is like, just like when someone's trying too hard, like when they're just like, it just seems so forced. That's actually a better way to put it. When like an outfit seems really, really forced, or like the outfit is wearing the person, you know, versus like the person wearing the outfit. And I just felt like really comfortable in this with the skirt, with the jacket over it. I just felt like, yes, like this is something I would wear. And that was another concern of mine. Of course, I had the fashion show, you know, top of mind, but I wanted to make sure that I would wear these pieces after. Obviously, I didn't want to just wear it that one time and then be done with it. And I'm like, I would wear this outfit over and over again. I feel like I could wear this casually. I could also wear it out. I could wear it to hang out. Like, it's very, very, to me, it's very, very versatile. So this is the shirt that we went with. And the other thing I wanted to mention, because we talked about this, and I don't think I was able to get it on camera, because so much of our conversation was sort of, you know, spontaneous, obviously. But Gabby, Jason, who's the store manager, and Shu, who is the manager of the women's department, we were all just sort of like kind of hemming and hawing about like the different combos that I had on. And Shu actually pointed out, she was like, I think it's really important that you have different materials so that you don't look too flat. Because I think at one point, what did I have on? I had on the Oxford shirt. I had on my wool pleated skirt that's getting tailored. Those two things, and then some like wool socks pulled up with like some loafers. Anyway, it was just too, she was like, you look too matte. You know, you need like a nylon skirt or a silk skirt or something with that top, something shiny, something that moves differently. Like everything was too much of the same. And so we thought we really achieved it with this particular outfit, because I don't know if you can tell, but this skirt, because it's nylon, I can move it in the sunlight, it has a sheen to it. So Prada's nylon, because it's so incredible, looks like it's satin. It doesn't have that movement, obviously, that satin does, because nylon's much stiffer, but it has that sheen to it. And so it looked really nice with the kid mohair, which has a really matte kind of appearance. And then the t-shirt underneath just kind of softened everything up. So yeah, we just really liked the combo of everything. And then the shoes. So I know these shoes, I think people are gonna love or hate them. I, of course, fell in love with them. As soon as we walked up to the second floor in the Prada store at the Crystals shopping mall is the women's shoes. And I got off, I could see all of the new shoes. They have a lot of like caramel, like rich tones. And I was like, yes, I want to try these on. And so I will be wearing these shoes with that outfit. It is these like lug sole loafers. And again, you could see it in some of the video that I shot while I was there. Or again, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I actually put a video up on TikTok, you can see this whole outfit. These are just such a throwback for me to high school again. I think I talked about this when I got the Clarks, which are those gum sole like shoes that I mentioned in my favorites for last month. Anyway, I love this color. This caramel color is so rich. And the uppers of these, not the lug sole, but the uppers of these are truly like the LL Bean Blucher shoes, which is so funny because Prada has these shoelaces as an alternative. And these are like literally the exact type of shoelaces that LL Bean uses on their Bluchers. And I'm like really tempted. I may switch out those laces for these laces. Anyway, I love these shoes. And again, I know people are gonna love or hate these shoes, I feel like, but I just think they're such a great fall shoe. They're a great nod to like the season ahead. And I think wearing these with the kilt, again, it's so Prada. I think it's so Prada. So the last thing I have to decide in terms of like what I'm wearing are the socks, because we had some like knee-high socks scrunched down. We had some like little anklets. I think I kind of like the scrunch down sock look. I don't know. They also have like Argyle socks for the season, which I think would be really cute, you know, with this whole sort of like varsity jacket look. I think that could be really fun. But anyway, stay tuned because I do need to figure out socks or some sort of foot accessory for these shoes. I can't wear them barefoot. They're too like chunky. And these definitely run a little bit large. They're a 38. And when I do wear them barefoot, I feel like my heel slips. So with socks on, they were fine. Anyway, if you use me as a size reference, 38. And they call these like the San Moritz sole. I don't know, these are just like a lug sole to me. Okay, and as for the handbag, so what I was modeling this outfit with at the store, that was originally the handbag that I was going to get. It is like a cream colored handbag. It had like those grommets on there in the circular formation, and my sales associate was genius enough, because it comes with a belt, which is the same color as the bag, which is like a cream. She changed that belt out with just a normal belt of like a warmer brown color to kind of match this whole outfit, and it was perfection. It was so good. But that handbag is so pricey, and then on top of the belt. Anyway, I thought let me just think on that a little bit more. So that may be part of part 2 haul, but I did get this bag because if anything, this is going to go perfectly well with the outfit, and this is definitely a bag that I would use after the show. Not that I wouldn't use that little top handle bag, I just think it's so adorable. I think it's so beautiful, but it's kind of like a big, and I think that size was the medium. It's kind of like a big tote, and I just don't use bags like that very often anymore. This bag, however, I would use, and this is one of their newer ones for fall. So it's in their crinkle leather. And they had this silhouette available in the black and the cream, and it took us so long to figure out, like, oh God, do I go with the cream? Do I go with the black? Blah, 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 because the jacket has both, whatever. Anyway, and I liked both. The cream was like a really interesting, it was almost like a stone color. It was really interesting. We went with the black because it's fall, because we thought the varsity jacket had so much cream in it. This would maybe pull out the black. I think, you know, a black bag is always the most practical. So this, of course, Prada thinks of everything. The strap can be worn as a shoulder bag, can be worn as a crossbody, which you guys know I love. So this has like a magnetic front closure, and then it's got a double flap here. And then we've got the big cavity there. Voila. And then we take all of the wrapping off. Okay, so there's some buckles on the side, which I'm trying to close up right now, but we've got these buckle straps on the side. This one is actually open right now. And then there is a back pocket. That's a zipper pocket, really handy. The super duper convenient strap. So right now it's, I don't know if you can see, yeah, it's like doubled. And so this is a great length if you just want to wear it as a shoulder bag. Oh, I probably want it a little bit longer. I guess it's too short, but yeah, you can extend the strap. And so part of the strap is running across the top here, but you can wear it crossbody. And I love it. It's just such a good size. Here's my phone for reference. Slips right in, and then plenty of room for like sunglasses, wallet, etc., etc. And then you've got this front pocket. I just think this is such a versatile shape, and again, something I'm gonna wear all the time. And I love this crinkle leather. So anyway, I opted for this bag instead of the top handles, but that's still in contention. We'll see. Okay, and one last thing. Now, this was something I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to wear it in Milan because it is quite warm. However, it's a piece that I wanted. And this is definitely something that I can wear to one of the events. We'll just have to pair it with something, maybe my gray pleated skirt that's being tailored, or we were thinking even just like jeans or whatever. But I did end up getting this cardigan in cashmere. So this cardigan style with this like incredible top stitching, I just love it. This comes in like a baby pink and a baby yellow. They did this whole like baby pink and baby yellow thing with this, like sets with like little skirts and stuff. They even had like a cropped or shorter version with just the breast pockets. And they had a cotton version, but it was short with just the breast pockets. So she brought out the short version, I think in the pink color, because they didn't have the camel in store. And she was like, well, just, try it on. I didn't like it. I liked this like longer, kind of like outerwear style much, much better. And I thought, I'm going to wear this so much more. And I was wearing this around the store, and I mean, cashmere is warm. I'm not going to kid myself. Cashmere is definitely very, very warm, but it is a possibility. I may be able to wear it in Milan in September. I think it's still pretty warm and humid there, but we'll see. Maybe at night. But this was definitely a piece from this collection that I wanted to get. It's, I mean, you guys have seen me wear sweaters like this so much. I have a few from Lily Silk like this. I have, I think, a couple like light jackets from H&M like this. I just think they're great. I think they dress up like jeans, like more casual pants. I think it dresses up like just a t-shirt underneath. I think this style is so great. This sort of like lady jacket style. And then these gold buttons have Prada on them. And then here's a close-up of the top stitching. It's so great. It's so mod. I really, really love it. And that is what I ended up getting at Prada yesterday. I love it all. If you remember the like kind of faded olive green silk pants that I was trying on, I was trying to find a top for it. I tried all of those like dark kind of like wine, cranberry colored tops with it, which I think do look great, but I just couldn't find the right weight. They're getting those pants in a smaller size brought into the store for me because I think I had on 40. And I mean, I thought they looked great. They were like pajamas, really, oversized, really baggy. But my essay was like, let's just try a smaller size and just see if you get the same comfort feel, but just a little bit less fabric. Because she was like, there's a lot of fabric going on. So we're going to try a smaller size in that. And then, like I said, they're bringing in a bunch of like just black dresses, simple black dresses that I, saw in their inventory that wasn't in their store, but was at Prada around the world. So they're getting those in. And then, yeah, and then we just have to figure out any other handbags and shoes that I may want with, depending on what other outfits I get. But I'm glad I got this one. I was really having a hard time between this color and that stone color I was talking about, the top handle bag, and then there's that one bag that looks like the Rose Margot bag. I really like the Prada one, but I'm like, do I need a bag that big? I would only use it for travel. Seems like such a waste if I'm only going to use it for travel. So anyway, those are my thoughts, but I had such a great time. And the Prada Fall collection is very interesting. They've got these varsity jackets, and then they have a lot of like wool suitings, like checks and like pinstripes. I tried on those wool pants with the blue pinstripes. They were like paper bag pants. They kind of came up at the top. They were meant to be like cinched. They had like suspender detailing in the back. So just really a lot of fun and definitely like a little quirky. I think their color palette choice is very interesting because there were some other like, cotton dresses that I was really interested in, but they were all very like faded in a way, and it just washed me out. So those weren't an option. And then, like I mentioned, this whole knit line, the other colors were like baby yellow and baby pink. I was like, okay, interesting, but I get it. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. If you guys get a chance to shop Prada, I would definitely recommend. I had a great time. So that is it for this particular vlog. I am Definitely going to take you along for the ride when I go back there. Oh wait, before I sign off, I did want to show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing that Lily Silk cashmere tee, but I'm wearing it over that Zella sweatshirt skirt that I got at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I love it. I just love it. It's got a little slit up the back. It has pockets, which is key. And I just threw on my Chanel loafers with it. I really wanted to see if I could dress it up. Like, could I go out to dinner in a sweatshirt skirt and feel okay? And I think I do. I think I do. And I even asked my husband. He was like, that actually looks kind of dressy. So I am loving this. And the anniversary sale is still going on. So definitely check it out if you are interested. If you're interested in looking presentable, but you want to be really comfortable like you're wearing pajamas, maybe this skirt is for you. Okay guys, I'll end this vlog here. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Definitely subscribe down below if you're enjoying this content. I would appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.